SSSniperwolf is being exposed yet again, not for doxing, no, something actually far creepier has been going under people's noses for years. Honestly, when I learned about this, I was absolutely mind blown. We're talking about Nerd City's recent video on Sniperwolf and another creator named Azzyland. You won't believe what you're about to see.
A lot of people love her. A lot of people want to be like her. But some people literally want to be her. A person who isn't Ariana Grande but dresses like her and tries to act like her. What about Sniper Wolf Boo? Is that a thing? Unfortunately, it is. I could throw a lot of shade in this video, but I'm not.
Sniperwolf is shown in this video to have stolen Azzyland's content and ideas, copy and act like Azzyland, and then proceeding to try and destroy and ruin Azzyland's reputation, because who's gonna call you a copycat if everyone thinks the person you're copying is copying you? The first video that Nerd City shows is a house tour that Sniperwolf and Azzyland did. Azzyland's house tour was first, Sniperwolf did one in the exact same outfit and doing things that Azzyland did on her house tour.
Some similarities between Azra and Leah just can't be helped, but others were manufactured intentionally.
More plants that I'm killing.
A luscious, well taken care of plant.
This is a mirror.
And this is my favorite mirror. Finally got it, and it doesn't really go without.
I like mirrors.
I'm sorry, but that's just way too similar and creepy as well. So in the interview with Nerd City, Azzyland says that all of this started off with mean tweets from Sniperwolf.
The very beginning, it actually started off with none of that happening. It was just like a few mean tweets, which kind of painted us as like enemies when it didn't need to be like.
I mean, instantly you can see Sniperwolf trying to accuse Azzyland of copying her videos and thumbnails, the style and the way she talks for years. And all Azzyland's been doing is trying to convince people she's Sniperwolf, according to the psychopath that is Sniperwolf, when this couldn't be further from the truth. Azzyland then details how every video that she did that performed well, Sniperwolf would take and copy. Nerd City shows this through thumbnails and dates, clearly showing Azzyland's videos were first. Sniperwolf took her videos, the content, the ideas, the thumbnails, and copied Azzyland.
That would drive me nuts.
So it's really ironic from Sniperwolf, the person who's claiming Azzyland's stealing my thumbnail, she's stealing my life, she wants to be me. Well, so far what we're seeing is actually the opposite. As a result, Sniperwolf fans started harassing Azzyland.
More than that, it's like, you don't deserve to live because you've stolen from this person and ruined their life. I'm like, I didn't do anything to their life.
The comments were that dramatic that they were telling you to like KYS and stuff.
Yeah.
Because Sniperwolf was basically telling them and creating the narrative that Azzyland was doing everything she could to copy Sniperwolf.
Your opinion on, okay, let's talk about this person since a lot of people ask me about her. Does she copy me? And a lot of people think she is me. Today we're gonna be rating my lookalikes. Wait, hold up. These videos look familiar. I'm gonna have to give that one a 5.
Even though it's the other way round. So as well as mentioning Azzyland in videos, riling up her fans to think that Azzyland's copying Sniperwolf.
What I think is a little sus is when people like straight up copy somebody, the way they talk, the things they wear, their hair, whatever, and like completely deny it.
You'd also go on TikTok, someone says, Azzyland looks like you, bruh. Her whole life is a copy of me. According to Nerd City and Azzyland, she was DMing fans as well.
I have fans, like, I guess playing both sides and like messaging me and telling me that she's DMing them and like she's kind of like encouraging people to hate on me. I think like that's very manipulative because she's in a position of power and she knows that by messaging children that they'll be starstruck.
They'll believe her.
They'll be starstruck.
They've been deputized by her to go intervene in this and to let you know to, you know, quit copying her or whatever.
I mean, downright creepy and just bitchy behavior from someone who is actually copying Azzyland. All this is classic projection insecurities from Sniperwolf, where she wants to destroy the competition that she copied. Azzyland says, and as far as I'm aware and can see, she never fired back or you know, asked her fans to ever respond or entertain this beef.
Did you ever tell your fans, like, go do the same thing to her?
Never. I actually tell them not to. Like I literally say like please don't do that, because I do have like fans who do kind of instigate because they're like firing back at what like her fans are doing, and I always say to them, I'm like, the truth always comes out. You don't need to create bad karma for yourself.
And you know, you easily could in that situation, because she describes that it actually just became a trend because people were getting so many views making videos roasting Azzyland for copying Sniperwolf. And so, you know, for Azzyland not to come back at her or to, you know, get really angry, as we see Sniperwolf do time and time again, really shows her character and the kind of person she is. And a really great example of this, Nerd City shows in his video, is the whole face tuning scandal. You know, Sniperwolf, Nerd City made an amazing video exposing Sniperwolf for face tuning. You know, it's not a big deal, but it's something that Sniperwolf actively, you know, comes at other girls for doing and calling them fake and calling them out for photoshopping when she in fact does it herself. Azzyland, you know, freely admits to face tuning and editing photos.
If I were to ask you, do you face tune your pictures before you put them on Instagram? What's your answer to that?
I have, yeah. Yeah.
And I really love the contrast that Nerd City has in this video, showing how Sniperwolf reacts to being told she face tunes.
It's not that embarrassing to admit that you do. It's totally normal. And the way that you handle that and just did is completely different than Sniperwolf.
I don't Photoshop any of my pics. I don't have time for that.
One of your first negative interactions with her, she was trying to say that she does not edit her photos and you do.
Yeah. Which, it's just, why even go there?
And it's classic Sniperwolf. We know this. We've seen Sniperwolf, how she acts, how she behaves. She is a psycho. I mean, even self-admitted psycho at this point. At the start of Nerd City's video, he found this clip.
I never really talk about this because I feel like there's something wrong with me, where to some degree I lack empathy. There are a lot of things I don't care about, things I probably should care about that I don't. Kind of like if you didn't wake up tomorrow, I also wouldn't care. I would just move on with my day. When something's useless, you throw it away. You know who else has no empathy? Psychopaths. I truly think that this is psychopath behavior.
This makes so much sense if you relate that to the doxing situation that happened with Jack's films and everything there. How afterwards she clearly didn't care, made jokes about it. Only after, when her and YouTube came to an agreement on a punishment, did she make a fake bullshit ChatGPT apology. Everyone and their mother could see how fake that apology to Jack's films was. And my favorite part of Nerd City's video are these clips where Sniperwolf is just so clearly projecting. I mean, she's talking about the very thing she's been doing.
A lot of people love her. A lot of people want to be like her. But some people literally want to be her. A person who isn't Ariana Grande but dresses like her and tries to act like her. What about Sniperwolf Boo? Is that a thing? Unfortunately, it is. I could throw a lot of shade in this video, but I'm not. We're gonna stick to Ariana today. What I think is a little sus is when people like straight up copy somebody, the way they talk, the things they wear, their hair, whatever, and like completely deny it.
He just acts like such an entitled brat. Nerd City even went as far as to show that Sniperwolf could be imitating or was imitating Azzyland's voice.
Didn't know how much she'd copied from you. When I made my video about Sniperwolf, there was a voice that I couldn't quite place what it was, and I started to make a montage out of it.
The weird baby talk ebonics that she's adopted for YouTube.
I'm just reaching for some name for it, and I call it baby talk ebonics. And because I couldn't figure out what this was.
The Toronto accent gotta be the most autistic accent of all time.
And what I don't like is if the business is true.
But who is you?
You left your moms in the hood?
It makes no sense. I hate it.
Well, I do it on a daily basis and see if I like it.
You have money and you left your moms there?
That was their house.
Yo, you're sick to my stomach, fam. But if it's not true,
Y'all telling me a wasp? So I wanted to attempt it.
Golf ball.
Golf ball. Wasp net.
Wasp net. Cut in half. Don't care what you are. We don't care if you're not even the same species.
Wait, they got a house? Why are they so angry all the time?
In which Azzyland said to separate herself from Sniperwolf, she learned to speak differently.
And that's you.
I can tap into my voice when I get like excited. It's like a bunch of people who I went to school with and grew up around talk like that.
Boom. Noob out.
My parents are foreign, and then I lived in Amsterdam for a bit, so it's kind of just been morphing over time. But the ironic thing is, I wanted to separate myself so much from Sniperwolf that I started forcing myself to not talk like that. And now I don't know how to talk like that anymore.
Imagine having someone like Sniperwolf harassing you, coming at you every chance you get, sending her fans after you, imitating your voice, copying your thumbnails, copying your videos. How crazy that is. And Sniperwolf is acting like the one who's being copied. Azzyland says there could have been up to 200 videos that Sniperwolf copied.
She should be worried about the thousands of videos. Like, she probably doesn't even remember how many times she's copied you. How many times have you noticed that she's copied your thumbnails or a title or whatever? Did you ever bother to count them?
Things that are like very obvious, like exact replicas, it's minimum like 50. But if you're not counting those, like up to 200.
Ones where you've got her dead to rights, like for sure, 50. And then some where it's like maybe just coincidental, but it's like partial copying, 200.
I mean, holy fuck. This is the person YouTube really love to put up. Platform. She's now doxxed. She harasses other creators after copying their videos. YouTube hailing her as this golden girl is complete and utter insanity. And if it continues, there will be an uproar. There is no way. People are now seeing right through Sniperwolf. And the most insane bit is when Sniperwolf, you know, she claims she invented the red thumbnail. So, you know her bullshit thumbnails where all there is a red background. And she claims she made it and then called out Azzyland for stealing her red thumbnail.
If you go to my videos and scroll all the way down, 10 months ago I started doing like funny text videos, and I started doing this style of thumbnail 10 months ago too. And I made up this type of thumbnail. Here's one from 9 months ago. This type of thumbnail just became my thing, my style. Like, my subscribers would know that they're my videos because of my style. If you go to her channel and scroll, you'll see that her first texting video was 8 months ago. And then 7 months ago, she started using the same kind of thumbnail that I was making.
Third City and proves that Sniperwolf conveniently stopped scrolling through Azzyland's videos, because if she went further through, she would find Azzyland did a red thumbnail before Sniperwolf ever did.
Leah's claim against Azzy entirely hinges on this assertion that this is the earliest example of the precious red thumbnail text message combo. Now, several years have gone by and that video and the one next to it were deleted from YouTube. I don't know why. But we can tell from the context, even to this day, that it sat between this video and this video. April 15th, 2017 and April 18th, 2017. Now the screen cap from SSSniperwolf conveniently stops. She scrolls all the way down to only July 3rd, 2017. Now why did she stop there? Because had she kept scrolling, she would have found this. February 3rd, 2017. Look at that! Now you might be saying, but nerds, what if Azzy is tricking us? What if Azzy tricked you? What if she changed the thumbnail after Sniperwolf's video to jam the thumb in earlier than Sniperwolf's screen cap? I'm losing my mind. No, there it is. Objection, Among Us sustained. There it is, seen in February 2017. Winner, Azzywolf.
Are we surprised that Sniperwolf was lying to create her own narrative, to destroy her competition like Azzyland? And if you really want to know the difference between Sniperwolf and Azzyland in terms of their character, I don't think there needs much more explanation, but before they really knew each other, they both cosplayed as D.Va from Overwatch. And you can see Azzyland got tagged in a post saying that, oh, Sniperwolf did the same cosplay and she's very complimentary and nice, and Sniperwolf, being, you know, the piece of shit she is, starts comparing herself and going in on Azzyland's appearance.
I had done a D.Va cosplay and it went viral on Reddit Gaming. And then a month later, I posted it again. On the same day that month, she posted a D.Va cosplay. Completely coincidental. I don't think she knew me. I didn't know her. But because I'd gone viral and she was already viral, people started tagging me in her comments saying, oh my God, you and Azzyland should collab, you guys, because we both posted the same day. So then I go to my ex at the time and I was like, oh my God, like everybody's tagging me in this girl's page. She seems really cool. She likes gaming. Like, I could have another gamer friend. And he's like, that's Sniperwolf. She's not going to want to collab with you. She hates women. And I was like, you're being a hater. Like, don't believe everything you see on the internet. Like, I was defending her. And then lo and behold, later on Twitter, she's like, don't compare me to girls who Photoshop their butts and their boobs and their waist to my photos, or I don't know, something.
Like, you can just tell the characters here are night and day, and we all know the person that SSSniperwolf is. You know, all she does is project. She projects the things she's actually doing. She thinks now that she's bigger than most creators that she can actually get away with it. Unfortunately, YouTube have set this kind of precedent now after the doxing that she kind of can. She got demonetized, and we don't know how long for, a month, maybe a couple months. It's a holiday, a paid vacation. She saw the video from NerdC and said, I have a backup of videos and screenshots before she changed the thumbnails to make it look like I copied her. I have proof she copied my thumbnails, SEO, the way I speak, the jokes I make. The way you're trying to manipulate this is fraud. Don't forget, this is coming from the same person who said that if you called her a doxer, it's defamation, even though she did it clearly to the entire world. Do I buy any of this? No fucking shot. Just show the proof if you have to. Show it now. NerdC and Azzyland showed clear proof of you copying her videos, her thumbnails. And that's not even the worst part, to be honest. It's shit you're copying, but the fact that you're going around telling everyone she's copying you, she's the worst creator, she's trying to imitate your life, she's trying to imitate you, when in fact that's what you're doing, really shows what a piece of shit you are. And that is it. Like the video if you agree, spread it around, go watch Nerd City's video, it's an absolute masterpiece. Thank you for watching, until next time, fuck off.